guys, how's it going? Today we're planting two gorgeous perennials over here in the West Side Garden. This is actually our second project of the day. The first one we did was filling these urns with the most gorgeous blend of plants. So if you didn't see that video, we'll link it down below. But I think those plants along with these plants, it's all going to be a really pretty look because I'm focusing in this garden on pinks, purples, and whites. Just a very cool color palette. Not as restrictive as a moon garden, which is what I attempted to do a couple of years ago. And I just felt like I needed a little bit of color. So I think adding a lot of white, but also some other pretty cool colors is going to be fun. Now this one is brand new for 2023. So this is a new Veronica called Magic Show Ever After. So you might be familiar with the white wands, which I love. It's a white Veronica. This is kind of like the white wands, except a purple version. So these bloom panicles, I don't know if that's what they're called in perennials, but the length of blooms can reach almost up to a foot long. They bloom for a long time, like several weeks, and they're self-cleaning. So when they're done, the blooms don't hang on. They fall off on their own, and then they don't look messy. You don't feel like you need to go out there and deadhead them right away. So they just have a tidier appearance. They grow about 14 to 16 inches tall, 16 to 20 inches wide. Zone 3 through 8, the white wands has performed so well in our garden. In fact, I have them right over here. I'll just run over and point them out real quick. They are right here. So clearly they are not as far along as the ones that I got in their containers. These are just getting ready, putting on growth and getting ready to bloom here. Probably midsummer is when they started, mid to late summer. And then I have another grouping of them on the far end of this bed. So to have a little purple somewhere in the center, I think is going to be really fun. They also attract a ton of pollinators. I posted a video of the white wands last year and how many, I think there was 3 or 4 different pollinators on that plant at the same time. It's an amazing thing to see. So it's just a really tough, wonderful perennial. Now, this is a phlox right here. This is called Luminary Backlight. It's such a pure, crisp, clean white, which I really love. It looks kind of like David, except for it stays a lot shorter. So 2.5 feet tall, 2 feet wide, just much more compact. Really deep green leaves, and it's disease resistant. So you don't deal with powdery mildew like you do on some of those older varieties of phlox. And these aren't as prone because they're more compact and more thick. They're not as prone to flopping like some of the taller varieties are. These are a zone 4 through 8. They do prefer a spot, both of these prefer a spot where they get quite a bit of sun and good airflow. Even though these are more disease resistant and more, they stand up better in like tighter quarters, they do prefer to have good airflow, and they like consistently moist but well-draining soil, which is what they're going to get on this side of our garden. This side, for some reason, it just hangs on to more moisture, and it's just a much more damp area than other areas of our garden. So I think that the phlox is going to do really well. Now I do have 10 of these. I'm going to break them up into different groupings, and I've got 5 of these which will all go together. So I'm going to get these planted, then we'll take a look. All done, you guys. Look at that phlox. It is so eye-catching. Oh my goodness, it looks gorgeous. So in this area, I nested 5 of the phlox kind of in and amongst what I already have going on. So in this immediate area, we have, the 5 phlox, and then we have 3 Royal Jubilee roses. So there's one here, here, and here, and these will get pretty tall, and they've got really dark pink blooms. And then we've got some delphinium that came from back behind the Hartley. In fact, all of these perennials did. These are, did I say dark purple? And then purple iris. And then we've got lady's mantle, which blooms kind of this chartreusey green color. And you can see that I'm kind of going for different shades of green in leaf color here so far. Then we've got Cat's Pajamas Nebeta that looks absolutely gorgeous. We've got a Coral Charm Peony. We've got the White Wands Veronica that I already showed you. There's a white Echinacea right behind it. I think I am going to put a plum colored beech tree in here. I think that it will handle sun better than a tricolor beech, which tricolor beech would be absolute perfection in this area, but this gets sun for most of the day right in that spot, and I think that the leaves would scorch a little bit too much, but the darker colored ones seem to handle the sun better. Okay, let's move down this way. You can see I'm kind of working my way down, and then I've got a few pockets of interest going on down here. This is the Glow Girl Spirea we planted a couple years ago. Doesn't that look amazing? It's in beautiful bloom right now. And then there's delphiniums that I started from seed. These are a black knight, so a deep purple. So we'll get some nice tall interest there. And then we've got Mary Rose David Austin. So there's 1, 2, and then there's 3 more down here. So in between these 2 Mary Rose, we've got 5 more of the Phlox and then a little swoop of the Ever After Veronica. So pretty. And then back behind the Phlox, we have more tall. So we'll have like a taller layer back here of the black knight. And you can see I'm being fairly conservative around the front parts of the urns. I want to make sure as you approach, like as you're walking, I'm going to kind of lower all the planting heights. So we'll go taller in between, and then it'll kind of swoop down because I don't want to take away from the grandeur of these urns. I think it's so pretty just to kind of see the whole thing. So I want to be fairly simple in what we plant right in front. And then down further, we have the Brandywine Viburnum. There's the Drops of Jupiter Oregano and the Stand By Me Lavender Clematis, which I haven't staked them all up yet, but those are between kind of these other 2 Mary Rose, which they're doing really good, you guys. These roses, they're just full of buds. I cannot wait to see some color here. It's been such a cool spring that a lot of things are behind. I haven't seen a bloom on a rose yet this year, and here we are cruising toward the end of May. Usually we have some color on roses by now. Here's a view down the other way. It's kind of fun to see the purple. I don't know if we can see it very clearly, but there's the purple Cat's Pajama way down there, and then the purple Ever After here. Then we've got purple in the Clematis here, and purple Iris, and then beautiful pink Salvia. I think we need to add more of that pink Salvia. This is Pink Profusion, right? Is that what I planted? That's one of my faves in the other by the Hebe statue. We've got Back in Black Sedum right behind it. I did plant this in a video last season, and oh, it's so beautiful. Love it so much. I think some of that would look gorgeous tucked in particular by the Lady's Mantle down on the very end, right in here. I think that would look awesome. And then maybe like some tall foxgloves in here, or maybe some eupatorium or something like that. Yeah, I think we should do that. And that is it for this project. What a fun addition over here. I mean, getting the urns done, a couple new colorful perennials. It's just fun to see this area develop. And I hope you guys enjoyed these smaller kind of bite-sized videos, I guess. We did try this out last year and you guys seemed to like it, where we did, you know, several projects in a day, but we just broke them up and we still post them all in the same day. So, you know, like collectively, I guess those videos are probably just as long, but honestly, they're easier to title for us because when I do like 5 or 6 things in a video, I'm like, well, what do I call this video? Because I can't fit it all in the title. And usually what we title things is exactly what you're seeing in the video. We don't do any clickbait or anything like that. So anyway, yeah, let me know what you think about that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.